You're a fucking failure because you're a fucking failure. When I failed, it was my fault. When I succeeded, it was because I stopped thinking like a dumbass. Stopped doing dumb shit. Stopped inviting outward influences and me being impulsive. I had to wrestle that stuff. I had to subdue it, overcome it, and make no allowance or invitation for it. That's what I'm talking about. It's why it's going to take you longer. Whenever I point to something in the price delivery, this is where I think it's going to go, and it runs there, when you observe and you study price action, what are you seeing? Because not everybody's going to see a fair value gap. Not everybody's going to see a mitigation block. Nobody's going to see, not everybody, but everybody isn't going to see a breaker. The one that jumps off at you, that you're just able to see right away, real quick and easy, that's the one you start with. Because you're all going to learn from that one foundation how you can apply every PD array after that, but you got to get good at one of them. How's that possible? Because you're all doing the same damn thing. The market's going to go to liquidity or inefficiency, and you have to have experience working towards getting that goal as a skill set that you can lean on. If I'm 100% confident that I know which side it's going to go for, buy side or sell side, whether it be in the form of inefficiency or actual liquidity below or above highs, whichever those two instances are, whatever I settle in on and I'm confident with it, when I show you my pyramids, when I'm building up a position, I'm literally trading every fucking PD array that's forming from the time I get in the trade until it gets to 50% of the range that I'm expected to see pan out. Then I can't do any more pyramid entries. But I'm literally trading every fucking PD array just to prove it and stick it in the asses of everybody there that doubts this stuff ain't really there. I do that, and any one of those pyramid entries could be your unique entry model. It's not selling the idea that that's better than the other ones that I've taken. Any one of those can be what you're looking for, but does it resonate with you? And what happens is when I do this, you all want to just go out and say, I want to be able to do that. I want to do 8 entries and capture this big run up, full pull. Close your eyes for a second. Not if you're driving. Think about the things that you've watched me engage and record entries on. Now, the entries may be similar to many other trades you've seen me enter on, but there is something that is always the same. I'm aiming for something. I'm either aiming for a fair value gap above where market price is if I'm buying. If it reaches up into that imbalance, that's where I'm unloading. Or if I'm bullish, I'm aiming for an old high or relative equal highs, something with buy side above it. I'm aiming for that because that's where the market's going to gravitate to. You are learning how to master money, not be a slave to it. And in the beginning, any small victory is what you feel like you need to keep pressing forward. And some of you, unfortunately, want to do that prematurely with trades. I just need that little affirmation, that little nudge. This is going to work for me. I know he said don't push a button. I know he said don't trade, but I have to. Michael, if you could just feel what it feels like to be inside this skin of mine. I got to wake up every day and do this dumb shit and make no money. I'm in a country that doesn't make any fucking money, and I'm in an impoverished nation. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mother. You know, I can't get a job with my college degree. I dropped out of college. I couldn't afford it. My mom and dad don't do this for me. Look, listen. All that stuff may be true. I had everything stacked against me. Everything. I had no pedigree that had money before me. I had no advantages where people could help me get into certain things, fall into certain, perfect scenarios for jobs. I didn't have any of those advantages. I didn't have this, where somebody's whipping my ass into shape when I'm doing stupid shit. Get me back on the rails. Keep me focused. Let me tell you something. My feelings would not have been fucking hurt because this is exactly how my grandfather talked to me. And I miss it. I wish I could hear that Navy man whip my ass and get your head in the fucking game. Focus on this. What are you looking at that shit for? This is what you're supposed to be focusing on right now. Yes, sir. I didn't have that when he passed away. He didn't see me do this. You have someone in me that proves that we can do this consistently. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm giving you a mindset, a way of thinking about it, how to conquer your demons, wrestle with them, pin them, beat their fucking ass. But you have to show up and do everything I tell you to do. And everything I tell you not to do, you need to keep it away.
Top of the morning, chat. How are we feeling? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Say hello. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Like the stream. You guys know the drill. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Nazlover, Oscar, Aaron, Tamirlin, Tom, Derek, Amine. What's up, Trevor? Good morning. Andres, PJW, Fadi, Wolf Dubai, Jorno. Good morning, Soné. Good morning, Catherine, Ahmad, Magusta Zane, John, Turkish, Malik, Sean, Oro, Dynamite, Crystal, Tyson, Artos, Danilo, TP Hit GG. Good morning, Taking In. Monkiro. What's up, guys? Good morning, Muhammad, Jordan. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Day before NFP Friday. We got market open here in less than 2 minutes. Let's jump in and start looking at some stuff. So, news today, 10 a.m. PMI, red folder news. We had unemployment claims and ADP non-farm employment change come out this morning already. So, this actually came out quite a bit lower than forecast. We'll see what kind of impact that has. Let me know your guys' bias today. If you think we, see price pump, dump, or we just get another more so inside day. Yesterday, here on the NASDAQ, we had an inside day. So, obviously yesterday morning was extremely choppy. Well, all day really was pretty choppy, and daily candle, complete inside day. So far today, we've traded up, taken out previous day, the previous daily candle high, and currently now trading back down into this 4-hour range. As you guys can see here, getting a little bit of bar coding going on here on the 4-hour. We still have this higher time frame 4-hour SIBI, this higher time frame 4-hour fair value gap at the 552 level, that we can keep an eye on for any sort of longs that might show up today. Otherwise, looking in the overnight sessions, we so far have traded up above, like I said, that previous day high or Asia high based on the daily candle, London highs, and we got London lows and Asia lows intact. We've got market opens up here in 5 seconds. So we'll see what kind of reaction that we get. Very well could be waiting until after the 10 a.m. news again today in all likelihood, but day before NFP. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see if we get some good price action, some good movement. The day before NFP can obviously be one of those iffier days sometimes. Generally, the day before, like an NFP or a CPI, or even like the morning of like an FOMC, price action we got yesterday is kind of what you would expect. So it makes me curious to see what we're going to get today. I hope it's not back-to-back days of similar price action and movement, but we'll take whatever we get and work with it the best that we can, boys and girls. That's all we can do at the end of the day. So I would say be nimble today, be flexible with your expectations, and don't trade something that's not there, that's not obvious. All right, boys and girls, that sound like a deal? Hell yeah. Glad we're on the same page. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me make sure audio is good. That looks like we're good. All right. Elevator music, good to go. We're in business, boys and girls. Market just opened up here. And still just kind of holding these levels here, the 470s. See what we get. The poll in the chat so far 47% bullish. So the ever bullish chat is bullish again today. Let's get it. What's up, Bruno? Just opened and took Asia low. I don't know what Asia low you're looking at, I guess. Let me check. Actually, yeah, ES has not taken Asia low either. Asia or London. Mimi out in London. Should we double up, boys? I had to change my chart canvas back to a little bit of a dull gray because I was going blind. Chat. The flashbang charts were indeed living up true to their name the last few days. Let me hide this for now as well. Get that out of your boys and girls' way. All right, man. Let's see. Not a whole lot of fireworks here to get the morning started. Came down, took out this just recent pre-market low. NQ looking like the relatively stronger asset compared to ES at the moment. And let's see what YM's got going on right now. YM going down. See? I mean, dude, what the hell? Like, this is so... People in the... I forget who. Someone in the chat yesterday was just like trying to fucking sell me on trading... Basically trying to just sell me on like, dude, YM, I'm telling you, you gotta look at YM, you're missing out. It's just like, bro, this is like so, it's just like so common. It's just always in its own universe. I just don't understand. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What's up, Dunk Masters? Elevator music, never good to go. Oh man, listen, maybe not if you're Ray Rice, right? I think that's the running back that likes to throw punches in elevators, if I'm not mistaken. But otherwise, who doesn't like a nice little calm and lo-fi while we're trading? We should get some headbang. We should get some headbang death metal actually while we're trading, shouldn't we? Just had my greatest day today. Ever since I found you, you've been giving me luck. Hell yeah, I'm not even Irish. At least not that I know of. September price action is so clean. September price action is so clean? I don't know. We're still kind of in the very, very early stages of September, so I don't think we've actually gotten into true September price action as of yet. Tyler, why are you not on Tradeify Live anymore? They don't want you anymore, sad face. Dude, I don't know. They had they got Lumi trades on today and tomorrow. I guess they did decide to give me a little bit of a break from Tradeify TV because of all the backlash from last week when I did the old Nazi salute. And apparently a bunch of people got really triggered and offended by that. So, all right, I guess I'll stream on my own channel. I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to do? A lot of tattletales in the chat. Nobody likes to have a good time anymore. Yeah. Hey, what do you do, chat? What do you do? No, we're all in good standing or whatever. It was just the apparently people got really offended by that and were complaining to Tradeify on that. So they decided to let things cool down for a bit. I said, all right. But If the Mossad comes after me, boys, I want you to think of me as a martyr. And I want you to carry on and fight the good fight without me. If Mossad comes after me. Can you guys do that? Can you guys do that for me, chat? That's all that I ask. Mazel tov. But no, we're still in good. We're still in good standing. You're gonna be known as the racist guy, bro. Chill out, man. What would be worse though? What would it be worse to be known as the racist guy or the woke guy? Can you guys sound off in the chat? What would be worse? I happen to think it's the latter. Platinum, I live in Wisconsin. Go Pack, go. NFL back today, boys? Oh, yeah. Come on. Woke. See, there's only a couple. You can tell. I think I can tell based on the chat, like, who actually tattled on me and, like, made a big stink of it all. Probably Sharath. He goes, you deserve it. Banana Man. I remember he was pretty triggered that day. Chartist was also having a big vegan fit the other day. Listen, he's sitting here telling me I'm gonna die because I eat red meat. Listen, you guys asked. I just figured I'd give you the honest answer. You're right. Hang on. Let's rewind. Let me retry. Yeah, guys, just some scheduling conflicts. You guys know how it goes. But no, I will be back on at some point. I don't know. I couldn't think of a lie on the spot, so I had to tell you guys the honest truth. It was Mossad. It could have been, man. They could have been. It's all good, though. It's all good. Tyler, what does your morning look like? Bro, honestly, Alex Game, I'm not gonna lie. I've even told, like, some of my friends about this. I feel like in the last... Bro, I don't know. I might need to start taking some, like, melatonin or melatonin or something, bro. I fucking think I have, like, a sleep disorder. I, like, don't sleep super well. I feel like. Up a lot during the night. I don't know how I'm getting on this tangent, but long story short, yeah, I would say, like, on average, I'm only getting, like, fucking 5-6 hours of sleep a night, maybe. But yeah, I get up about an hour before market open. Usually hit a quick little walk outside, taking my dog out, and then make my coffee, come set up my chart, set up the stream, take a look at some things. I don't trade pre-market at all, though, so I don't have a reason to be up, like, super early. If there's, like, you know, maybe I'll get up, like, 30 minutes earlier sometimes, or sometimes I'll wake up 30 minutes early before, like, my alarm, and I'll just, like, get up because I'm not going to go back to sleep. But I don't really have, like, I'm not one of these guys that believes in, like, a quote-unquote millionaire routine or anything like that. Although those are the types of videos that get, like, a shit ton of traction on YouTube, don't they? My $1 million morning routine. Yeah, it's nothing too lavish or mechanical, but I would say get up like an hour before and just get ready for the day, man. Say a quick prayer to God right underneath my shrine of ICT in my dungeon. Give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ first and foremost, and then you know, send a quick one up to the gods for old Michael Huddleston there. Make sure the good Lord keeps him safe from the market makers. Don't want any more black vans grabbing him, taking him down by the river, and turning off this algorithm for good, you know? So that's pretty much it. Time do I go to bed? Usually like, I don't know. It all kind of depends if I'm like busy doing shit. Sometimes I'll like just get on a, I'll be trying to be like productive late at night, and then I'll just like lose track of time. It'll be like 1 a.m. I kind of had that yesterday. Last night I went to bed at like 1 a.m. my time. So I think I'm running on like a good 5 hours of sleep today. But I don't know, usually like 11 to 1. Have you played Hollow Knight? No. Carlos says, wake up, take it up, make a coffee, and it's wraps. Listen, yeah. Pretty much. What should I say that would be like the most impressive like YouTube answer? It'd be like get up, pour up, drank, stand up, drank, sit down, drank, open charts, drank, put a trade on, drank, hit stop loss, drank, faded, drank, faded, drank. No, probably like get up, dump my face in a bowl of ice water, meditate, yoga, hit the gym. You know what else too? I used to be a guy that would get up and like, I'd get up super early so I could gym right away in the morning. That was like my first thing. Bro, it's just not my jam. My workouts are ass. I'm tired. I can't do like the whole workout first thing in the morning. Need to get my caffeine in.
Connection lost.
Apparently so does my replicanto. We good? I think so. And the banana peel, yeah. You gotta get the Ashen Hall morning routine going. Have you played No Man's Sky? No. Dude, I'm not like a huge video gamer. I got Fortnite. And if I was ever like, if anybody ever challenged me like a Madden game or something, and they wanted to play Madden or something, I would do it. But I haven't played all these games. I never played any of these other games, to be honest. I grew up playing like Call of Duty back in the day. I think it's gay now. I don't like it anymore. Look out, drank. Oh man. Day trading like with taxes, capital gains, I assume. I'm in Dubai, so no taxes here. It all depends. Prop firms, it's 1099 self-employment income, and then capital gains is for personal live accounts, and or if you do anything with crypto. But prop firm payouts for the most part are 1099. Aman says, "Do you love me?" Aman, I gotta tell you, it's razor thin close at this point. Aman, it's razor thin close. You are so close, my friend. Do not stop. Don't stop now. Don't be the guy that stopped digging 3 feet from gold. Finlay says, "How are you claiming as a Christian while dropping Nazi salutes?" Listen. Let me say this one more time. Hopefully one more time. I know you guys are dense and I need to repeat things 18 times, but everything that I do on this channel, even if it's a little bit slightly of like a racist joke, dark humor joke, like that's just my sense of humor. I don't have any animosity or actual like true hatred towards people for no reason unless they do something to, you know, it's kind of like the whole stereotype thing, right? Like stereotypes don't come from nothing. Stereotypes didn't just exist out of thin air. And that's just the fucking truth. So if people get offended by shit, you probably should. I don't even why are you trading? Like these markets will fuck your shit up more. Like words from some random guy on the internet all of a sudden is going to ruin your day. You're going to get all fucking pissy and offended. Like you're a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for your feelings, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know, but I think it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun on my end. So, I mean, shit, if you get offended by it, go watch someone else, man. Maybe Nancy Pelosi will start live streaming here soon. I mean, like I don't know what else you want me to say, but I don't know the whole not to get too deep in the whole Christian versus Judaism debate. This is not the platform to do that, but you know, we all got our opinions. We all have the ability to do our own research and believe what we want to believe. And we'll leave it at that. Was anyone actually offended in the chat, or is he fighting ghosts? Oh, people were offended, trust me. There is another streamer who talks about God and recites the Bible as he scalps the NQ. Is that the what's that guy? Is that the Asian guy? Is that FSP? Does he do that, or am I thinking of, are you thinking of someone else? Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't ever want to be known as that guy that uses biblical scripture or, you know, any of that stuff to like adhere to like credibility. I feel like people, that's why I feel like people do with it. And I feel like it's inherently wrong, which is they virtue signal using like, I am a Christian. I am a believer. I do acknowledge Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I'll fucking say it right now, just to get that out of the way. But like the people that go on the internet and like virtue signal with Christianity and act like, you know what I mean? I find it a little cringy. I have nothing wrong with the message. If it's genuine, I question the authenticity behind it oftentimes. And that's what bugs me. Maybe I'm just cynical and skeptical about it. I just think there's a lot of people that use Christianity as like a mask. I think a lot of people wield it to make themselves look better than how they actually carry themselves, I guess, from an actual intention standpoint, if that makes any sense. So for those reasons, I just, you know, not my jam, but people do what they want. Yes, it is anti-Semitic to say Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. It is anti-Semitic. I thanks for the reminder, TC. I did forget about that. Hate to offend anybody. Anyway, back to trading here. We got macro starting in 30 seconds, and we haven't really done a whole lot other than we've traded up now, taken out these recent highs. This is some pretty shit action so far. I think, man, did anybody get ran out here? Is anybody already having a tough morning, chat? Let me know.
Connection lost.
Bro, what is wrong with this thing? What is wrong with my Ninja Trader right now? Let me go ahead and close this down. 1 second. Open this back up. When it's giving you issues, boys and girls, take it out, blow on it, stick it back in. Just like a Nintendo. You might go deaf. Apologies in advance. All right. We restarted it. We took it out, blew on it, put it back in. Let's see. I think we're good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Mossad is coming after me, boys. I should have came up with something else. I should have never brought it back up. 100% true. Funny you're talking about this. My wife and I were just having this conversation heading to the gym yesterday, and she grew up Catholic. I also grew up Catholic. I'm a confirmed Catholic, technically. Convinced she hates me, dude. She might, bro. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we're good though. Do you recommend any trading psychology book? I mean, sure. I've read the Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I've read The Mental Game of Trading. Well, I listened to the audiobook of Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. And they're good, you know. At the end of the day, though, psychology is one of those soft sciences that everything sounds good in theory and on paper, but at the end of the day, it's all about how you apply things practically. And you could read these books or listen to these books and your psychology could still be shit. So it takes very diligent, like, especially if psychology is probably is most people's issue with trading at this point, right? But it takes a lot of conscious effort, right? You know what I mean? So those books are good. They're great resources. And there's definitely some exercises and principles in there that you could apply that would be helpful. So I would definitely recommend reading them or listening to them if you haven't. It's not going to hurt you. But at the end of the day, it still comes down to you applying these things practically in the real markets. And it just takes time, right? Like screen time, time on charts, time on task. The like the whole four phases of learning thing. First, you have unconscious incompetence, and then you have conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and then unconscious incompetence, where it finally becomes, you know, second nature. I feel like most traders that have any sort of consistency or profitability are probably somewhere between. Most of them are probably at 3, right? Like conscious competence. Like it's a very, you got to be focused on any given day. Otherwise you can make mistakes, you know. I think very rarely in trading you ever get to like a truly unconscious competence level. Maybe you do at some point, but I feel like, you know, again, once you become like a quote unquote profitable trader, right? However people want to quantify that. It's not something that you get and then you just always have. It's something that you have to obviously work at maintaining. Otherwise you could quickly lose it. Like you could go from profitable to unprofitable, no problem. Like all you got to do is stop doing what, you know, what was working, and maybe you're off your game a little bit or whatever. But where's my, I'll turn this off here. But no, yeah, there's some good material out there for sure that will help. But nothing like experience, nothing like chart time. The only shortcut is the long way, unfortunately, in trading. Have you ever met Fonzie? No. Did you benefit from reading these books? It did. Yeah, Muhammad, it didn't. I mean, I don't know. I can't sit here and say like, oh, because of this one fucking line in this book, it changed my trading forever. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that, but did it hurt me to read those books? No. I mean, it probably is more of a net positive than a net negative. I mean, shit. It's a reminder at the end of the day, right? They say repetition is the mother of all skill, and sometimes we just have to be reminded and reminded and reminded way more than we need to be taught. Like, you guys don't need to be taught about risk management. Like, you guys have all heard these spiels already, right? You've heard everything that there is to know really about, like, you know, a lot of technicals, psychology, risk management, emotions, all this stuff. But even though you've been taught this stuff already, you still need to hear it and be reminded of it over and over and over and over, whether from a third-party source or from just your own fuckery, you know, fucking around and finding out, that you get reminded enough times that eventually you make changes or you don't. If you don't make changes, nothing changes. If you do make changes, you can start to see progress, right? So then it's like a perpetual cycle either way, right? For the better or for the worse. When your psychology shit and you just keep perpetuating the same bad habits, you keep perpetuating the same bad results. When everything's good, stable, it perpetuates better outcomes because you're doing the right things over and over and over again. So that's the perpetual loop either way. So, but that's what makes trading difficult, right? It's hard for, how do you string those habits together without lapses or minimizing those lapses, trying to get them to a bare minimum or non-existent. That is the hard part about trading, right? It's like, how do you do that? And can you do that for a long period of time? Two books I recommend to newer traders. Compound Effect, that is another good one. I actually read the Compound Effect, like, if we're thinking of the same book, Kev, I forget the author off the top of my head. Compound Effect was one of the first ones that I read, like, before I even got into trading. What to say when you talk to yourself. I've actually never read that one, but I've heard that one's a good book. Honestly, guys, my favorite book, and it's not a trading book, my favorite book of all time is... Fuck. I'm already forgetting the name of it. By Napoleon Hill. Bro, what the fuck is that name? How to Beat the Devil or something? Hang on. I'll fucking see here. How to Outsmart the Devil. Outwitting the Devil. That's what it is. Outwitting the Devil. Thank you. Sorry about that. I've listened to the audiobook probably 4 times. It's my all-time favorite book ever. If you guys check it out, I would recommend the audio version. I think you'll get a little bit more out of it. It's a cool narration between like the devil's voice in the book and then Napoleon Hill, who's like interrogating the devil. It's a cool book. And on it, it's probably my favorite quote unquote personal development book I've ever listened to or read. Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. You know, I guess just some early ones that stick out to me that I read back in like 2016, 2017. I remember oddly enough, you can like Grant Cardone or you cannot, but his book 10X Rule I felt like was eye-opening for me, realizing that I was thinking pretty fucking small. He narrates that book as well. I like that one. So I like 10X Rule. Those are probably, honestly, like those might be my top 2. I've read a lot of books in like my early 20s. Read a lot of books, listened to a lot of audiobooks. Trying to think of some other good ones. I don't know about, like, a lot of people really get horny about Think and Grow Rich. I was really excited. I remember when I first read it, but it hasn't been, that never was one of my staples of recommendations, was Think and Grow Rich. To me it was a lot of law of attraction, manifestation bullshit. That's a controversial conversation in and of itself. Here's 10 a.m. news, by the way, boys and girls. So market didn't do shit in these first 30 minutes of opening range. And now we got 10 a.m. news coming out. PMI, and let's see what we get, boys. Where are we going, chat? Chat is bullish. I'm assuming you guys are bullish till like 552 at least. Is your draw on liquidity? I wonder if we can't get this breakdown Below Asia lows here. It's pretty messy right now, though. Dang. What the hell is... Look at this 1 minute chart. Oh, my God. Who got... All right, who needs a new account? Who needs a new account after this? Code Tyler. I got you. Have a library of books. Did the same thing in my 20s. Read a lot of self-development books. Yeah. Yep. I mean, basically, when you're a young dude, you're like 18, 19, 20, 21, and you're just like, you finally like grow up a little bit. You're like, I need to get rich. I need to lock the fuck in. And everybody that I looked up to at the time said read books. So I said, all right. That was back when like buying a handful of books was like, I was like, hey, can I even afford to do this? And then the people that I would listen to would be like, can you afford not to? And I would say, hey, good point. So yeah, I turned into a little bit of a bookworm. A little bit of a bookworm. A lot of audiobooks as well. Books are another one of those things where you got to listen to them. It's like watching a movie, right? Like you watch a movie more than once and notice how like every time you watch the movie, you pick up something that you didn't notice the last time you watched it or the first time you watched it. Books are a lot of the same. Just like psychology and trading. They keep telling me not to over leverage, but I fucking keep doing it. But did you get rich, Tyler? I guess it all depends on one's definition of rich. I'm nowhere near my potential, I don't believe, but am I doing well? I guess I would say so, yeah. You and your friends have similar incomes. You don't know, actually. I guess it all... I mean, I don't really have, like, as big of a friend circle as I used to, obviously. I don't think many of us do as we grow older, but... I mean, yes and no. It just depends who we're talking about, I guess. I'm assuming where you're getting at with that question, Stixner, maybe is, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess, but maybe that whole cliche saying of like, you become like who you spend the most time with, right? Like you're the accumulation of your 5 closest friends or whatever. So I've heard other, like, I think Dan Pena has famously said, you know, you'll have an income within $10,000 of average of like your 5 closest friends. I don't necessarily buy into that. I think it's all... It's funny how, like, when you first get into personal development and, like, you look up to people and you listen to what they say, you know, you put it you basically put it on such a pedestal early on because you don't know any better. And then as you, like, gain a little bit of life experience and a little bit of wisdom, you kind of start to realize, like, you know, you can't just... You got to take everything with a grain of salt and trust and then verify, right? That's a pretty big thing. You can't just... Because you look up to someone, just take what they say as, you know, written in stone or whatever. You got to still be able to critically think and come to your own conclusions about most things in life. Don't be an NPC, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I posted it in Discord. What's been going on with PA lately? Well, it's the day before NFP today. I mean, yesterday. It's interesting week, man. Short week. Labor Day, obviously, on Monday. So everything's kind of crammed into 4 days instead of 5. And then we got, obviously, non-farm tomorrow. It's just been kind of choppy leading up to these 10 a.m. news events. We've had 10 a.m. news every single day this week. Tomorrow, obviously, is the only day that we don't have any 10 a.m. news. But, you know, I do have much higher expectations as the month goes on. Price definitely won't stay like this, but you just got to be real critical about like the setups you're taking, I guess. When you see conditions don't look super optimal, but yet you still try to go into the 1 minute and force shit, that's where it gets a little dicey. But we've traded below Asia lows now. We do have SMT with Asia low and ES, or NQ and ES with the Asia low, I should say. So we'll see if we're finding some support here. We're not displacing through these lows into this, or what was left of this 1 hour fair value gap here. You know, if we can create a swing low here, could maybe look for trading back up in this range. I mean, I don't love the fact that we've traded up above these highs and dug above these highs multiple times already. So even this move back up to these highs, to me, isn't like super low resistance. But after Asia low is taken out here, if we get reason to go long, I don't see why not. Maybe an inversion play here. Could be the cat's meow. Yep, never saying that again. Forgot there was news and got fricked. Damn it, Dunk Masters. Oh, that's an iffy close there on the 1 minute inversion. I am tempted to kind of just take this though, if I'm being honest. Two-minute gap here. If we're going to go lower, this gap really should hold. And if it fails, I just don't see why this wouldn't be the play, if anything. Break even at internal highs, 50% of the range. Not in anything yet. Macro is about to be over here in a minute as well. Two-minute inversion, if we wait for this, would look like I'd go here, and then I'd probably just put my stop below the inversion candle. Otherwise, if this gap holds, might need to look for lower draws. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we just mark up, I guess this range. Equilibrium is below these lows, so this would be Tuesday Asia low. As a potential draw. That actually. Looking like it's wanting to hold this gap, hey. Looking like it's wanting to hold this gap, hey. Iron Fist says it won't bottom there. How do you know? You want instant stop loss, don't you? Honestly, if I'm going to get stopped out shit here, I do want it to be instant, yeah. I don't want to sit in a trade for an hour, back and forth and chop, and then get stopped out. Like, if you're going to stop me out, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Don't make me wait on it. I don't expend as much mental capital then. Junior keeps deleting his messages. Junior Harry's back. Sorry guys, I haven't really been looking at the chat for the last 5 minutes. Any trades today? Just got on. Nothing yet. Maybe looking for this inversion if we can get it off this Asia low. Expecting more of a tighter range potentially, but if not, if this looks like it's going to hold, I will look for a continuation towards the equilibrium of the range and 298. Otherwise, I'll look to play this. Enter off the inversion wherever we close, and then stop will go below the inversion candle. Is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping we just don't get like a freaking Shrek candle, dude, and like we close the inversion all the way up here. Like, I mean, not much I can do with that. Explain ICT yesterday trade. I don't even think I looked at it, to be honest. I don't know, and I'm not the guy to ask to explain his trades. I've watched, as many of you guys probably have, I've watched his videos before when he posts trades that he takes, and I, like you guys, I'm sure a lot of times I'm like, what the fuck? I've given up on trying to make sense of some of his entries and trades. Two-minute close here in 10 seconds. Waiting for the close, man. Let's go. Holy. What did they look at that rejection? Just engulfed on the 1 minute. I don't know. Let's see. Not friendly, boys. Not friendly. Might be looking to play shorts here. $15-minute close in 10 seconds. And closing above Asia low for now. Come on, give me London lows on ES. We didn't hit those yet? Oh, not yet. You're about to. Was it 458? Yep. There they are. There you go. London lows on ES taken. Bullish SMTs failing. Might be confirming the shorts here, boys and girls. No inversion on the 2 minute, no close, so no trade here. waiting for that close. If you try getting in early before the close, you got fucked. I want to see displacement through these lows, though. I mean, I want to see displacement through a short-term low with a fair value gap. Give us a nice continuation model. May try to join this short. John says there's no real targets for shorts. You don't think so? What do you mean? Anyway, limit is set here at 440.5. Equilibrium of this last push down. Got to be mindful of consistency rule on my trade here. I don't really even need to make all that much down to here. Just gonna go for standard deviation target -2 of. I just used the bodies here, just because these wicks are a little bit aggressive. Just using the bodies here, projecting this range down. This is from market open as our manipulation leg. Projecting that down 2 standard deviations. $15-minute candle just flipped. We're flipping bullish right now. All right, I did get picked up on my limit here. Let's see if we get continuation lower. And if we don't, I will probably look to flip long above this structure to get these highs. I don't like the way that the 15-minute candles look right now. Someone please kill me. PA is so ass. Yeah, no, I just hope we don't go back in this range, bro. Like I said, the 15 doesn't look... The 15-minute candle looks a little scary. Charles says low-key long's better. Might be high-key, Charles. Why flip your bullish bias? I mean, we're invalidating the shorts at that point. But yeah, man, looking for expansion here. I mean, if we come back into the range, it's just going to be another like inside rangy morning, and that's not what we want. Not gonna lie, 15 minutes shaping up nicely for longs. I don't disagree with you, Born Cell. That's why I have mentioned that the 15 minute looks sus. So this is by no means would I say this is like A+. But put risk on trying to catch this expansion if we can get it. All I can do now is drink my coffee, boys, and wait. Let's see. My coffee's cold already. What the fuck? If it goes through the FEG, Tyler will look to enter a buy. If it goes through the FEG, then Tyler will look to enter a buy. I'll look to enter a buy if, you know, if we displace through like this high here, leave a fair value gap. This would be a bullish breaker on the 1 minute. And yeah, I would look to long into here. Not looking good, chat. Might get fucked here. Got fucked here, chat. NASDAQ just left the nuts hanging out. No expansion there. Bullish breaker. Watch me flip long, chat. If it loses, I'm done for the day. There's our 2 minute inversion finally. Dang, got played on that. ES, just watching the 15-minute chart here. ES will beat NQ to the high here. This recent high. I got 1 mini. I'm trading right now, Ruben. 1 mini. This stop here is a little bit bigger than my last. My last was like 27 points. I put my stop. This is 46, so that's pretty heavy, but I gave it a lot of room. I was looking at the 1 minute chart when I placed the stop. I'm just thinking of this imbalance here. I wanted it below this. Basically just went below this structural low. But it's funny how when you give the stops that you give a lot of room to are the ones that have like no drawdown. Isn't that funny? The stops that you try to get cute and put it in an area, that's where market wants to do a 80 or a 97% retracement and slap and tickle you. The old slap and tickle. But I mean, yeah, chat. I guess if we don't get this delivery here, I'm just gonna be red on these accounts for the day. In all reality, though, I mean, if you're thinking about your stop placement like this, this is genuinely how I think about stop placement. It's like, okay, the whole ICT adage, if 3 PD arrays fail, your ass is probably next. Like, our 3 PD arrays are breaker, fair value gaps. And we do still have SMT with that Asia low, by the way. ES never did run it out. We'll see, chat. We'll see. I don't know. All we can do is wait now. Do I feel more comfortable, Kev? I feel more comfortable with my stop being, you know, below a what should become, in my opinion, a protected high or low. I don't like big stops, though, because it fucks my risk reward up. I mean, every trader wants the smallest stop possible, right? But as you guys have seen before, where you have your stop, like, I hope this doesn't end up being an example of that, right? Like, my stop isn't at this low, and if we were to get a 97% fib retracement, I'm going to get stopped out, but this is the way that I think about it subconsciously is like, bro, if we come down and invalidate all these PD arrays, it's like the trade is not as high probability anyway. Sometimes it does screw me over, but that's just how my brain works. You know what I mean? Like, if my stop is here and we come to here, I'm just hoping and praying it works anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not a great strategy. I'm seeing all these PD arrays fail, and I'm just like, please God, don't stop me out. Give me a miracle. Save my stop loss. Versus like when my stop is below these levels, it's like, all right, you know, that's what I'm trading from. You know, different strokes for different folks. Different strokes, different folks. My max daily lossing every time I lose? No. Bro, I'm not even risking like $1,000 a trade on these accounts, which I probably could get away with. But I mean, maybe when conditions are a little bit more consistently favorable. No, I mean, there's 6,000 drawdown. I mean, 6,000 margin on these 150K straight to funded accounts. So, I mean, that's quite a bit of room, you know, and I'm risking generally anywhere from like $500 to $700, $500 to $700 per trade across the accounts. So that's pretty standard. You know, I'm sure there's some people out there though that's like, because this stop is so big, but like, you know, how many people would have been looking at this as a pyramid, right? Like, oh, boom, we take the long here, we come back, pyramid in, and then like, you know what I mean? So that could be a strategy with that could alter the equity curve. ES is about to trade through the high here, by the way, boys and girls. So yeah, it just traded through the high. So there's SMT, bearish SMT now against my trade. I'm gonna go ahead and protect it for that reason. And we're up a fair amount. Just a smidge under 1R at the high here. JT says keep the stop loss. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. SMT against the trade, up almost 1R. On a stop that's 47 points. I don't know. Not really my cup of tea to then like potentially take a full loss at that point. Just would like to see some clean continuation. We pull back for fair value gaps in this propulsion block. Would like to see this hold, right? To me, that's all pretty efficient down in here. Ride the coattails, Tyler, says Junior Harry. Okay. I'll try my best. Maritas, the block here that taps into either the order or the breaker block. So this is a breaker block here. Notice how we trade down, we tap this breaker here. So, you know, if bullish order flow is going to maintain, would like to see these PD arrays hold. SMT against my trade though now. ES taking out this high. So, which is so fucking, I mean, I don't know. The conditions have been tough this morning and yesterday morning. The relative strength or weakness can flip on these two at any moment. And it can be a little frustrating. Why is your TP so risky, brother? It might bounce London. My TP's risky? I don't think my TP's risky. But I need good risk reward. Otherwise, why take the fucking trade? If I closed right here, it's not even a 1R. Like, that's fucking dog shit. I need at least 1.5. 1.5. I can get behind a 1.5R trade. This is 1.7. You mean move it down one? Oh, you're saying it's a point too high above this high? Well, I know, but I'm expecting this. What is this line that I drew here? This line was something, or did it, oh, this was just the fib. But I'm looking at this 4-hour gap. This is Asia high from Monday. So I think we could move beyond here. I mean, sure. For the OCD goers in the chat, I'll move it down a point. Or a tick or whatever the fuck that was. 2 ticks. So far, so good. Nobody knock on, well, yeah, somebody knock on wood so we don't get jinxed, but once again, want to see this maintain bullish order flow here. Just stair step up. Andres, that's not true. I read your comments. All I see is I'm the risk. Time to invade Venezuela. I don't know what you want me to say about what? Time to invade Venezuela? Not sure what you want me to say to that. You know, I got nothing. I got nothing, man. As we trade up like into this rejection block, I would say, if we can get there, I'll probably look to secure like 1R. I am back in green. Oh, I'm not. Oh, my bad. I am back in green. Took a L, obviously shorting. So my realized P&L is down 600. I'm up like 500 per account currently. If I were to close here. I'm not going to do that. I am going to start trailing though soon. ES is pumping nice here. Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. We did already tap this. We did already tap this propulsion block, so I don't know if I'd want to see it come back down and retest it. Notice how I'm like talking myself into trailing my stop. As soon as I move it up there, we start pulling back too. We'll go stop. I trailed to stop the 505. This SMT obviously is still here. Junior Harry is on one. But he doesn't like Trump. Apparently.
I'm gonna come.
Junior Harry, I gotta ask, does that change your mind at all? Let me know. Do I think Trump has seen the edits? Probably, yeah. I don't know. What do we think here, chat? I just don't want to, like, stubbornly hold this and then, like, we retrace all the way back down to my entry and I make nothing on it and then I'm red on the day. That'd be, like, the ultimate fumble. And I like that. Well, we're getting a nice reaction now out of this gap, but yeah, it'd be tough to, like, not secure anything, I feel like, after this much of a... Oh, shit. No. My bad. It'd be tough to, like, after this kind of a move here, to, like, make nothing on it. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Your stop and profit is just prey. Well, I mean, that's not totally true. This fair value gap was formed, and I want to see this hold, obviously. Not to say that we couldn't get wicked out, but we'd already traded down into this propulsion block. So my stop is right above that with the anticipation that, you know, no need for us to come back down here again. And then we'd potentially be inversing this gap at that same time, right? So I would be okay with just taking what the market was willing to give, I guess, right? If you are stupid and racist, you will enjoy Trump. He speaks to your inner evils. Man, Junior Harry is a woke pussy. Can I get an amen, chat? All right, guys, stopped in profit there. Stopped in profit. Looks like this inversion on this gap is about to happen. So, like I said, just didn't want to come away with nothing on that. Back in green on the day. Obviously not a full target there, but what do you do? Junior Harry, you're lucky that I'm a free speech warrior. Otherwise, I'd have to censor you. AKA Junior, you're lucky I'm not a liberal. I'd have to censor you. What's up, Andres? Read me, Tyler. You're cute. Thanks, man. Go shorts now? No, I'm good. I'm just chilling. 15-minute closure in about a minute. And macro, 11A macro beginning shortly thereafter. So I'm just going to wait probably till the top of the hour, most likely. These wicks be wicked, man. Look at this 15-minute chart. Here's NQ. ES. Wicking back down in the range currently. So we'll see if that holds or not. Can't just give me a clean delivery, can you, bitch? The only time we don't pull back is when I'm not in a trade and I'm trying to get in it. Then we don't pull back ever. We won't even pull back for any fair value gaps. Are you planning for more trades or done for the day? We'll see, Aman. I might take something else here at 11. I don't know. What's up, Big Head Reef? I got stopped in profit. Secured a little over 1 hour, back in green for the day. All right, secured right about 1 hour. Technically, from where my stop was probably. It was a big stop. It was like 46 points. Funny how I didn't really even, like, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, when you give your stop plenty of room, What was my drawdown here? Gave my stop plenty of room. Absolutely so much room. Drawdown's 5 points. Like, it's just, it's hilarious. Every time. But yeah, we were up nice. We were up 63 points at one point. So, you know, shucks. I'm only human. This was a tiny little 5-minute imbalance that we pulled back for here. I don't know if this will hold or not. We'll see. We'll see. This is I mean, yeah, it's just getting so messy on the 1 minute now. Here's your inversion there. You got a 1 minute Sibby here versus a 5-minute Bissy. Basically kind of comes down to whether or not you were willing to hold or not and leave this more room, I would say. But then you risk making nothing on it, so really up to you. Have I ever watched Zussi and his trades? Yeah, I've seen some of the ones that he allows people to see, yeah. I'm skeptical of everybody, though. Don't know. I don't really know much about the guy. On 25K prop from account, how many contracts do you recommend? I don't know. I've never traded a 25K prop account. If you're conservative, divide your drawdown by 10 and then risk whatever that is. If you're being aggressive, divide your drawdown by like 5. Biggest trade of your career if it hits in risk-free trade, 6 minis. Target is 639. 639. 639. $639. You going for this OB up here? Good luck. $639 is a far stretch today. I think it's a little bit of a far stretch, but crazier things have happened. I guess if I guess depends how you look at it, right? So like if we look at this whole range from this morning, you go from the low to the high and you project this out. 1 standard deviations of this range from this morning would be 686. Reclaiming this gap. This is like, these are where it's like you're tempted to get back in, but had to get that 97% retracement at some point, right? What's up, Tyler? Did all right. went for a short here when we got this breakdown, got stopped out, and then I got trailed out in profit on this long here. So I'm a little green on the day. Not by much though. Let's see. This is the P&L. So yeah, up like 140 per account here. Got trailed out. Basically after this inversion here and SMT with the high with ES. So we're green, man. We're green. Could be worse. Caught shorts at the open right before macro. Caught shorts at the open. Up here? Or did you short? Did you turtle soup this? You turtle soup and son of a bitch. I caught the 1 minute inversion. Oh, right here. Damn, nice. Very nice. You son of a gun. What's up, Yash? Been flat all week, just not getting the entries I want and see price run without me. Well, it's a little bit of an odd week, Yash. I mean, yesterday was real choppy, right? Seemed like a lot of people had some struggles yesterday. And then today, I mean, shoot, I wouldn't say this was like necessarily the easiest. You had to be patient. We had 10 a.m. news every day this week, and I mean, until tomorrow, we don't have any 10 a.m. news finally. So everything crammed into a short week. Labor Day Monday, NFP on Friday. You know, here's our 4-hour chart, right? So we're in 4-hour barcode, this 4-hour range back and forth. Not the easiest conditions, right? You just got to pick your shots, try to keep your risk in check, and just make as logically sound decisions as you can. Easier said than done sometimes. We get it. We've all been there. But that's the politically correct answer. Can I ask, what is turtle souping? Turtle souping is basically a ICT way of saying buying the stops, buying or selling the stops below highs and lows, below lows or above highs. It's probably the most aggressive way to trade reversals, obviously, because you're not waiting for any confirmations. You're just expecting that liquidity pool to be the objective of whatever leg brought you there, and you're trying to get like the very best entry on any given move. Generally, the best turtle soup trades that if you're going to take them, this is kind of how you'd want them to look. If I can somehow annotate this properly. So like, let's say you had, you know, some stacked lows or something. We trade down sharply below there into like a higher time frame order block or breaker block or something. And you're going long below these lows as they're being taken, and we're tapping into like a order block or a breaker at the same time. Some people would call it supply demand, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter to me. And you're looking for that reversal towards the opposing draw. So that's how I would turtle soup. I'm not much of a turtle soup guy. I usually like to wait for confirmation. But that is how you would do it in an ideal world. I thought it was just a little bit tough today. Like, Tyler, I would say that's, I mean, I don't know, that's super impressive. Maybe you have some other additional framework if you care to share in the chat of, I guess you said you waited for the inversion. So that's a little bit extra confirmation as well, right? So waiting for that inversion gives you a little bit of a hint of like, okay, first confirmation after a high taken to go lower. So you guys, these relative equal highs here, raid that. We flip back with that inversion. So there's a little bit of confirmation with that. You know, without that confirmation, if you were just like shorting up here, that would be, I don't know. For me, I'd be like, that's fucking ballsy. You know, especially with this 4-hour gap at 552, it being so close proximity, I would be nervous about us trading into that. But if you waited for confirmation of some sort, that is the confirmation here. That was where I trailed my stop on this move into profit. So that same gap, we come back for it, and we're holding it with the SMT. Yes, also small stop. Yeah, PJW. That is the one benefit of turtle soup trades is you get really, really good R to R. So you could probably afford to take 1 or 2 cuts. It all depends if your psychology can handle it, though. Some people's psychology can get a little messed up with not as high of a win rate in taking those paper cuts. So it really just kind of depends on you, right? It pays really well, but it rots your brain. No shot. That's crazy. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you agree, Tyler. Because sometimes I see some of these people like on social media and I see these trades. I'm just like, and I go back. This is kind of how I am. I'm kind of like a nerd that way. I like go back. I'm like, if I can't tell why they took that trade and I'm curious, I'll like go back and try to analyze it myself. And I'll be like, were they just guessing? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I have those moments, but I will say that is one nice thing about, I guess, a lot of the people that I follow on social media and Twitter today is like they do a pretty good job of explaining the framework. Everybody's got it so good these days. Tyler, I don't know how long you said that you've been trading for, but bro, is it not like totally different in 2025 compared to like, so when I first got into trading, it was like 2018, 2019-ish. And bro, like the resources were just not at all what they are today. Like there's so many resources, so many different educators, so many places that you can go for just free trading education. I mean, that's why I ended up paying for all sorts of academies and education when I first got into trading because there just really wasn't anything out there. Not like there is now. No, I need an inversion to enter a trade. That's the entire basic of my entry criteria. Are you, Tyler, I guess one question that I ask for your entry criteria, like are you always using the 1 minute? Or is it kind of based on like whatever is cleaner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or not 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 minute chart? And you wait for like sometimes, because every once in a while, yesterday was actually a good example of it. For example, we had a 5 minute inversion on shorts that I did not take because we were still inside of a 15-minute gap. And I'm like, I feel like maybe I should wait for that higher time frame disrespect to join the move. So it all kind of depends on your conviction, I suppose. In the draw on liquidity. Hey, Andre says, I just need to win the lottery. Hey, listen, Andres, if you win the Powerball, just let me hold like $20 or something. That's all I ask. If you win the Powerball, Andres, just let me hold like 20 or 25 or something. Dude, when I started in 2019, there was so much BS online. Learned so many wrong ways to do things. Oh, same, Kev. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, you just don't know, right? You have no idea what you have no idea what you don't know. So you feel like everything you're being told is the God's honest truth, and then after some time, you kind of realize like, oh shit, I might be getting played here. Never trade the 1 minute ever again. Oh, hang on, I might have missed something up here. 6 years now. No way. When I was learning, it was very limited. No need inversion enter trades. Okay. Trade M15, H4. Yeah. Yeah, the 1 minute can be either your best friend or your worst enemy. People selling mentorships for free packaging, same info told you they're free videos. Yeah, there's a lot of, and there's so many streamers now too. It's like, this really wasn't a thing. Like the only streamer that I ever like knew of on YouTube back then was like Raja Banks. And I didn't really care for Raja. I don't mind Raja Banks. I'm just so skeptical at this point. And obviously he had his own broker. I don't know if he still does. Wasn't it like Dominion Markets or something? But I was just like, dude, this guy is like such a conflict of interest promoting his broker. He was friends with what's that guy? Uncle Ted. Any like old Forex OGs in the chat that remember these names? Uncle Ted got didn't he get exposed big time by what's that channel? CoffeeZilla? While ago now. I think it was like 2022. But that was like it. That was like the only trading streamer that I knew of back then. Anyway, boys and girls, we got a new hour just opened up. Let's see if we can get this final push. Looks like it's probably likely here. Get this final push into opening range highs. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer here. Trailed out. Tyson goes, I remember I was in IM Academy like you. Tyson, who was your upline? Who was your who was at the top of your pyramid? First trader I watched was Tillionaire. Tillionaire? I don't even know who that is. Do you gamble your eval in Big 3 news? I have. I don't do it like all the time, but yeah, I've done that with evals. Who hasn't done that with evals? I guess it's good timing. Tomorrow is the day, ain't it? Tomorrow is the day. Are people in the chat YOLOing evals tomorrow morning for NFP? What's up, Muse? How'd you know I missed you? Of course I missed you. Daily P&L. I just took it off to show the chart. I'm back in green on the day. I took one loss, one win. Got trailed out in profit on the win. To me, felt like it was the right decision. Once we traded up here to 1 hour of my position, my stop was a little bit big on this trade, but traded up here, had SMT with ES. Basically decided to trail my stop to this propulsion block and wanted to see this fair value gap. Respect. And we had already tapped this propulsion block here, so I just moved my stop to here. You could argue that maybe I was trading a little bit of my P&L as well because I just didn't want to risk this retracing all the way against me. Obviously, we know how rangy it's been. And then I end up, still right on the day. So for better or for worse, that was kind of all the reasonings behind that. But, just wanted to see a nice clean delivery, ideally, and got trailed out here. It is what it is, man. We're just trying to survive today, the day before NFP, I guess. And yesterday too. Couple of days where it would have been really easy, especially if you're getting caught in like 1 minute chop here. We were talking about it yesterday on stream. I feel like a lot of people were probably torching some accounts yesterday. Easy price action to do it in. Oh yeah, Q Banks was another one. Was he ever a streamer though? Man, the Forex influencer heydays was something else. I got a scammer in the Discord. Who dat? Just like an interpreter or what? An interpreter? An impersonator? Oh, Kev, I see the books here. Hell yeah. That is a nice collection, dude. Let's go. Give you a little clap for that. That's dope. Yeah, what is up with these people in these freaking laptop? Oh, I'm selling my laptop. Man. I don't know, man. I feel like it's been a good stream though, guys. Hit the like button if you're enjoying hanging out. Let's do a P&L check. See if you guys. I assume most of you guys are probably green. Guess we'll find out. Chat's always green though, right? Let me know, boys and girls, green, red, or flat. It's been a decent day overall. And especially if you guys are still holding the longs here for this final delivery to these highs, you guys are feeling pretty good right about now. Being rewarded for holding. Shout out to you, boys and girls.
Nice.
CFD firms used to be good. I made a lot of money with them before they got shitty. Tyler, what's the speculation on your end as far as FTMO goes? What do we think? Do they eventually hit the future scene at all? Obviously, they are back in the United States again. I still personally don't know why somebody might go for them over like futures firms, but there's some rumblings. There's some rumblings that they might take a stab at futures. If so, what kind of timeline do you think? I wouldn't expect it to be long though. I mean, they are a giant. %. What's that? What do you think? You think by the end of this year, Tyler, they'll be in the futures space, or do you think it'll be a little bit? Little birdie told you? Who's this little birdie now? Who's this little birdie? Let me guess. This is a terrible guess, by the way. Michael Patek. Did Michael Patek tell you, Tyler? What are the odds? What are the odds Top Step gets acquired or sells out to FTMO? Never. Hey, listen, Justin Bieber said never say never. Oh, dude, yeah, Top Step is killing it for sure. They are killing it. Top Step X fucked when they dropped the Top Step. Yeah, I guess I don't like the whole like monopolizing, trying to keep people on one platform and then that platform having issues, but it's out of our control, chat. Did I see the back to funded? I did. Yeah. I did. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the back to funded? With Top Step, what do you guys think of the price point? What was it? It was like $500 for the 50K, then it was like 700 something for the 150K. How you guys feel about it? If there were no trading, what would I do? If there was no trading, I would probably get into some sort of sales. I don't know what, but I think if you're looking for a profession where you can essentially earn a virtual capitalist income, if you will, sales is the place you're going to do that. So get into sales, maybe learn some ropes of some industry, open up a business around that industry. But yeah, probably sales. That's my biggest advice to anybody that wants to like go make, like if you're struggling right now financially, you're a young kid, you're young whatever, and you're just like you're trying to make money. Bro, sales. Everything in life is fucking sales. Every business, all their bottom line, it's sales. It's the skill that you'll have forever. I mean, so if you get good at sales and marketing, bro, that's literally what runs every company you know of. So that's why I always tell people, if you're young and struggling and trying to make money to use for trading or whatever, I mean, yeah, go get a sales gig. Go hustle. Go get some money. Yeah, or OnlyFans. I guess I didn't even think about that. Yeah, well, I guess that's also sales, though. I would just be selling a different product. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I never thought of OnlyFans. That's a good point. Yeah, OnlyFans. Definitely OnlyFans. Peanut butter feet pictures, the whole nine, right? Like, we don't leave any stone left unturned here. This is a pullback, boys. Look at this. Is this going to tease you boys like this? It holds the SMT. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Oh, no. What is going on in here? Oh, I love to get you guys riled up. Someone somewhere is holding this and freaking out right now. Let me be the devil on your shoulder. Do something you're going to regret. Make an impulsive decision. Let's see how good your psychology really is here. Tyler says, I sell sex lubricant in my free time as well for passive income. And I bet that lubricant's fucking top of the line, ain't it? Let me guess. Listen, as an ICT trader, selling lubricant, that's got to actually be the most fitting, though. I mean, like, it's got to be something to do with liquidity, right? Let me think of a good name for a lube based on liquidity sweeps. Or you could do gap fills as well. Man, a lot of options here, actually. Liquidity sweeps, gap fills. This actually sounds like, Tyler, there might be, if you're joking, this actually might have to be a real thing. Because it sounds like opportunity to me. Sales is great. I'm working 2 to 4 hours a day and make more than most people work 8 to 9 hours a day. Best job ever. I'm telling you guys, I mean, once you get into a good industry, you know, partner with something, if you sell something that you believe in, you know, especially a lot of these sales positions now allow you to work remote. So that's always my advice. Plus, if anybody gets real sensitive and has really thin skin, you want to thicken up your skin a little bit. You want to thicken up your foreskin a little bit. Get into sales. That'll thicken your skin up real quick. This live streamer was mean to me in the chat today. That's how some of you sound sometimes. You guys sit here and say the most retarded shit. And then when I troll you back just a little bit, you guys get all fucking pissy. And I'm like, you guys are just... You know what I mean? Let's grow up. Goodness gracious. Tyler's Gap Fill LLC, the lubricant you need to fill... Well, actually, dude, yeah, wouldn't it be the liquidity you need to fill her gap? Tyler's Liquidity LLC. Wet Tyler LLC. No, not as good. Tyler's Liquidity LLC, the lubricant you need to fill her fair value gap. Come on, baby. We got it. Just like that, we started a business. Let's fucking go. That's funny. Order filled. Oh my goodness. What do I think about real estate agent? What do you mean? That's a version of sales. But I mean, I don't know. I think real estate agent, isn't that usually the prerequisite? Like before good looking females get into OnlyFans, that's usually like step 1, right? Realtor, that don't work. You know, it takes more effort than they thought. OnlyFans, boom. I'm trolling a little bit. I'm joking. No offense. No offense. Come on. Just relax, everybody. What do you think about Mona trades? I don't know. I heard she eats ass, though. Her words, not mine. Otherwise, I don't know her. For traders, by traders. Tyler, dude. I gotta tell you. I'm in. You found your first investor. You've got a partner. What's your relationship with Tanya? I don't have a relationship with Tanya at all. None whatsoever. TT Incorporated. Still part of the 95%, but I feel like it's getting better now. I can sit out a whole session without clicking anything now. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, it's one of those things that Nins, I'm sure that took you a long time to get good at. You couldn't sit there and not feel like you couldn't put a trade on. You feel like it's wasted time, but yeah, if conditions don't meet your model, eventually you learn that it burns you. Good work, Nins. Good work. How come you aren't on Tradeify? I said some offensive things on my stream last week, apparently. So I'm in timeout for a little bit. We'll be back. We'll be back though. Bad boy. I know it. I know it. Hey, listen. It actually wasn't, I guess it really wasn't more so what I said. I didn't really say anything, actually. Rather what I did. And I can understand the pushback. I can understand the pushback. I understand Tradeify doesn't want to endorse that. So, you know, it's no animosity whatsoever. But yeah, people in the chat were a little bit triggered and apparently didn't like that song. Was it the Kanye song? It was that, and then well, may or may not did the Nazi salute on stream while playing Kanye's song while we were waiting for a trade to play out for like 40 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was in good fun. I did not mean it like in an animosity, like a malicious way. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like calling for the demise of Jewish people or anything like that. I was just, but I get it. My sense of humor is a little bit darker though. You know what I mean? My sense of humor is a little bit darker, and you know, it is what it is. If Mossad comes for me, I need you boys to keep fighting the good fight, though, okay? Can you do that for me, chat? Just keep fighting the good fight. Let me be a martyr. Let me be a martyr. Darkest humor on earth, can't talk to anyone. I know, dude. It's so, like, it's funny when you're talking to someone that you're like, well, let me just see. Let me just see where the line is. And then you realize that you've crossed it in your first joke. And you're like, oh, well, it's good talking to you. We'll see you next time. No, Brett was cool about it. Brett was cool. They just don't want, obviously, that to be tied to their brand. I can understand that. I can understand that. No ill will. It is what it is. I got to take accountability for my actions. That's the difference, boys and girls. That's the difference between being far right radical and far left radical. There's no entitlement. I'm not owed anything. Tradeify, no other company, no other brand owes me a thing. So I gotta sleep in the bed that I make. I'm only a victim of circumstance when I get stop hunted by NQ. That's the only time I'm a victim of circumstance. That's the only time, Nika, that's the only time my white privilege doesn't help me at all. My white or male privilege, my straight white Christian male privilege doesn't help me at all when NQ wants to take my stop loss and then go to my target without me. So, you have instant funded accounts? Yes, sell that trick. I do. I do. People around me can't handle dark humor. We're definitely getting along. I'm saluting for you right now. That was the funniest thing I saw when you put that on the other day. It was just hilarious. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't trying to be malicious or hateful towards any group. I actually thought it was in good fun, but there's a lot of people out there these days that are like, how could you find something like that so funny? That's not funny at all. You shouldn't joke about stuff like that. Fuck off. Sorry, please fuck off. Let me be respectful. I don't mean to trigger anybody else. I come in peace, chat. I come in peace. Please, can we just all be friends? Hey, dap me up, chat. Let's fucking go. 5 big booms for you, boys and girls.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Got that out of the way. But we keep fighting the good fight around here, chat. Yup, that's all we can do. Just try to make some of these. That is all we can do. Honest day's work. All right, there you guys go. Boom. 548. Oh, I'm sorry. 548. Level traded to here. If you guys held through all this, honestly, fucking, that's pretty cool. If you were able to partial and hold this, I'm not as impressed. If you full pulled this and just sat through this and trusted it to play out, I respect it. That's pretty cool. I respect it. Gotta give you guys flowers if you did. Good work, guys. Good freaking job, boys and girls. Now, boys, time for the NFL season to get started. Come on now. All right, boys. Looking at the poll in the chat, we are 59% green. Let's go. All right, so everybody's, for the most part, green on the day. 1 loss, 1 win for me. Got trailed out in profit on this win, as you guys already know, and just was waiting for this move to finally complete. It took another from... Oh, shoot. It took another... Yeah, you had to hold that for another 44 minutes. Another 44 minutes to get those extra 17 points out of the market there. So, hey. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. Well, we'll call it there. We'll be back live here tomorrow morning, boys and girls. Same time, same place for NFP. NFP coming out early in the morning if you guys are YOLOing evals. I wish you luck, man. Hope it goes well for you. Hope you pass your evals and get some fundeds lined up. If you guys want, use code Tyler with Tradeify. Like the stream before you hit the dusty trail, boys and girls. Hit the subscribe button. We're live most days, pretty much every day throughout the week here for New York AM session, boys and girls. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Thursday. I will see you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Hey, peace and love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Our Trace sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with with the smart money kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.